And I'm going to do an intro and then I'll bring you in. Okay, that's fine. That's not working. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to F1 tonight. Here we are at the season finale. We are here at Abu Dhabi, the fair shores of the Middle East here, the United Arab Emirates. This is an evening, nighttime race to close the season. A season we are ready and we're off for the start of this Abu Dhabi F1 Season 4 finale Grand Prix, and already look at that, the Haas already moving up, really challenging the faster green boy Williamson there, pulling away very convincingly, and Guido Airshine has dropped back. Look at this, he's dropped back already to 5th place. Boy Williamson very much challenging, and you can see in the background there Marco Pulling as well with the Sauber, having a few issues there, not too sure what's happened. Well, basically, that came down to Guido, because he was the only one that was independent. He wasn't the only one that was Haas. So he decided that penalty was to be awarded, and instead he threw a hissing fit, and apparently he sent a DM to Marcel, which was very offensive. And that basically was it. He didn't apologise, he didn't send the news recording, he didn't do anything. So that was it. Which is fair enough, because ultimately at the end of the day, if it was anyone else, something would have happened. I mean, the fact that it was, bad, said was, well, disappointing, but they can't make one rule for one and not for the other. I'm just going to start now, so... Good evening, everybody, and welcome to F1 tonight. And this is the finale of Season 5, Race 21. And we are here in Abu Dhabi. And joining me in the commentary box this evening, as always, apart from last week, because he wasn't there at Brazil, is Adrian. Good evening, Adrian.
Hello, good evening. It's good to be here. Good to be back. It's
yes,
the last
indeed.
Race of the season as well.
Last race of the season. It's gone quick, hasn't it? It's gone really quick.
Yeah.
Gotta say,
really really has. Yeah.
It's been pretty amazing, but we hope that you've enjoyed it. So let's go through the Drivers' Championship. It has been concluded-ish, I'll say. So, ish. So, the winner, the champion for Season 5, Damie Hartman, currently on 264 points. We then have second, Baz de Breen on 211 for Renault. Third place currently is Nicky Visser. He's on 183 points. But John Donkel for Renault is on 166. So 17 points of difference there. That means that P3 position is still open. P5, Marcel Dronig for McLaren. P6, Hans van der Berg for Williams. 7, Guido Airshine for Racing Points. Then we have Zander Hermans for Toro Rosso at 8. 9 is Boy Williamson for Mercedes. 10 is Mark Stappers for Alfa Romeo. Then we have Peter Phillips for Toro Rosso at 11. 12, Martin Parder-Cooper for Ferrari. 13, Marco Pullen for Racing Point. 14, Jamie Collane for McLaren. 15, Marcel France for Red Bull. Then we have Nico Mahadra Singh for Alfa Romeo. I nearly said Sauber there. I've got to be really careful. And then we have Paul Correa, new driver there for Williams at 17, and in at the wheel is Miguel Tourney for Red Bull. Adrian, obviously, first and second, we know. A deserved win, I think, for Damien, though. It's been a great season for him.
Yeah, it has, yeah, and he's done really, really well. He started off really well actually to start season, didn't he? Had good battles for his win. I mean, they were really hard to win. I don't think he's won any race by any particular margin.
Indeed not.
I remember the race with me for him was Singapore actually, which he didn't actually win. Even though it looked like he was going to win it to Nicky Bitter. I think it was his only win of the season. Some unfortunate circumstances on that. His fault, but it's one of those things.
C'est la vie, but obviously that third place, Nicky Bitter currently holding it. John Dock's only 17 points away. If you get to win, and obviously Nicky gets much further down, 17 points is the difference, it could be very, very interesting indeed, couldn't it? Well, he doesn't even need a win. I mean, even if he places second and Nicky doesn't place, then obviously he will take that third place in the championship for season 5.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I think actually even second place, if Nicky gets a point, I think that will still do it on countbacks for John. I think he's third with better results, I think, just from memory.
We'll see how that pans out in the course of today. What about the Constructors' Championship? Well, Renault have won the championship, and they've come in on 377 points. Second are Ferrari, and they've come in on 303 points. Then we have Mercedes, they've taken third place, Mercedes, on 256 points. Then we have Alfa Romeo, they've taken fourth, and on 197 points. Fifth, Toro Rosso on 129. Six, Racing Point on 115. Seven, Williams on 111. McLaren were 8 on 62. Red Bull 9 on 2, and that's where we stand at this moment in time. The course, the Yas Marina course, well, it's a tough old track, isn't it, Adrian?
Yeah, it's not really one of my favourites, even though I have actually been there 3 years ago for the final race of the 2016 season. Rosberg won the championship, but it's not one of my. It's definitely one of my favourite races to watch, but it's certainly not to race at. This track just doesn't like me. I don't know what it is about it, but that middle sector with the sort of fast left and right. Sort of 90-degree left and right is actually just after the long straight, sort of from there till really to the end of the track. Actually, I can't do too long.
Well, it is a tough one. Circuit length 5.554 kilometres. Race length 305 just over kilometres, and we are looking at 55 laps. Sector 1 takes us from the start finish just down to before turn 5. Sector 2 takes us to just before turn 11. Then obviously Sector 3 up to the start finish line. 2 DRSs. First DRS detection point is before the hairpin of turn 7, and then takes us down the back straight from 7 leading down to 8. Second detection point is just after turn 9, that one of those 90-degree turns you were talking about, and one that we saw in the real world this year was Nico Hulkenberg flip his car, if I remember correctly, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was
last year, sorry. Yeah. And second DRS takes us from turn 10 down to the start, effectively, of Sector 3. As you said, tough track. I mean, that Sector 1 is very short, but some really challenging corners on there. Then Sector 2, you've got those sort of 90 degrees, 5, 6, hairpin of 7. Then the 8, 9 again. It is really, really tough. You've got both DRSs, interestingly enough, in that second sector.
Yeah, it's pretty fast. I mean, just saying, it's 2 DRS zones. I think he spent about 80% of that pushing the track at full throttle, actually.
Yeah, indeed. So it is a tough track, definitely one that has a certain rhythm, let's say, to it. And it is going to be a hard-fought race. I'm absolutely sure of that. Okay. So we seem to be having some issues with sound at this moment. Is that correct, Adrian?
Yeah, I believe so, mate. Yeah, I was getting some reports from sort of random viewers.
Okay.
Coming up too well. I think it's my long. It's that common problem. It's not. It's my voice, but it's not my mic.
Oh, right. Okay. Very bizarre. We'll figure that out as we go on. So let's go across now. So, game sound is high. I'm not too sure what's happening there, but okay, I'm going to try and see if I can reduce that a little bit and see if we can get that on a little bit better. So we are now in with the guys. So just to let you know, we've got two newish drivers. Paul Poiret, he's driving for Williams, started last week. We also got Nico Mahadra-Singh for Alfa Romeo. He started a couple of weeks ago. We do have a new driver starting for season 6, but he's not actually in this evening. We've got penalties to serve with Guido Airshine for Force India and Jamie Collane for McLaren. You can see there that they've already seen 12 and 13. Renault should be going out soon, both the Renault drivers, just for a little processional lap to celebrate their Constructors' Championship. And I've got to say, they really did seal the deal on the Constructors this season, didn't they?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you remember actually who I picked to win the season 5 championship.
No idea. Can't remember a damn thing, mate. No, not at all.
Shall I remind you?
No, it's all right. It's all right. Yes.
I said it in 3 races before the end of the previous season, actually.
You did indeed. I've got to admit to that one. So guys have jumped out of Q1, going to go straight into Q2. Obviously, as we've got the 13 drivers there. So this is where it's all going to start happening now, is in this Q2 session. But yeah, Adrian, you definitely did call that for Renault. Ferrari, I think, have done well to come in second, certainly. And Mercedes, obviously, done very well to come in third, but still close, I think, with Alfa Romeo. And those two drivers for Alfa Romeo, I think, are definitely going to be worth watching for next season. Mark Stappers, and he's got his new teammate Nico Mahadra-Singh, but certainly Stappers, I'm expecting a lot out of him next season. Zander Hermans as well, going to expecting quite a lot of him next season. And
sorry, before you move on to John. Before you move on, Zander Hermans, I think, will win races next season. I'm fairly confident of that. I've seen him just get better and better each race. If we compare him now as to how he was in Abu Dhabi last season, he was quite tentatively fighting with De Bruyne for much of the race, and a bit sort of nervous of overtaking me. But you see him make all those overtakes at I think it was USA, Mexico. I didn't see him on myself.
Yes, yeah. I mean, he really has put in a fantastic season, certainly this year, and I think you're absolutely right. I think we will see him winning races for next season. The other driver as well, Hans van der Berg, I think another potential, multiple race winner, if not future champion as well there.
Yeah, he's definitely sort of maturing on track. I know he's quite a mature driver anyway, but in terms of his sort of pacing himself, I know I always refer back to that when talking about Hans, but he's sort of adapting himself more to these 100% races.
Yeah, definitely, and it is there is a process of adaptation and getting into it, because it is very, very different from the sort of the half race distance or even the quarter race distance races. There's a lot more that comes into it, not just from a technical or from a strategy point of view, but also from effectively the driver's point of view of having to sit there, for a good hour or so. Well, 2 hours really, if you include obviously the qualifying. It's a long old time to be sat in that seat and going for it.
Yeah, these races, they do take a lot of focus. I mean, I'm sort of quite looking forward to doing 100% races in the F1 Tonight UK League, which I'm sure we'll talk about in a little while.
Indeed.
But yeah, I mean, I've never done 100% so far. I've done 50%, but yeah, you really do have to concentrate. I find I have to concentrate quite a lot just for a 50. But yeah, and it can feel so much longer as well if the first few laps haven't really gone your way. You've had to pit in for hard tyres, change your front wing, and you're 30 seconds behind everyone, and it just you're not going to be stopping it again probably. And it just feels horrible. I think we saw who did we see at Silverstone do that? It was no, this season. I think it was was it Marcel Dronic?
Sorry,
went in for
you've
hard
lost me there.
tyres on. It went in for hard tyres on lap
yes.
2, I think it was, at Silverstone,
Yeah.
and just had to do the entire race on this one set of tyres, no pitting, and just constant lap after lap, and it was sort of 2 seconds slower lap because of the tyres. It just wasn't a nice race, I imagine. For them.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's great if you're sort of fighting, or all the way, or you're leading, etc. But yeah, I mean, but then again, it mimics the real world. We saw last week, obviously, at the British Grand Prix. If we look at the McLaren driver, oh God, his name's just slipped my mind there. I don't know why. You know who I'm talking about, I'm sure. Not Sainz, his teammate.
Norris,
sorry, Lando. Fantastic qualifying paces, but it just didn't work for him in the race. It just didn't work out because of the safety car, because of when he had to pit. And that's that happens as much in sim races as it does in real world, because so much depends on what can happen on track. You may have your plan, but your plan can basically go out the window in just a few laps.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you can have all these strategy planned out. You can do so much practice. Practice on your strategy options and things, and have all these contingencies in place when it doesn't go your way. But then, even then, something can just happen, and it can be straight erased out. Rain, for example. Not that we'll see much of that here. Yeah.
Well, no, we are looking at an all-dry qualification and race.
Hey, it's not
surprisingly.
It's not unheard of for it to rain. In fact, I do believe it rained at a qualifying session, didn't it, in real life Abu Dhabi last season.
That's right. Yeah, it did indeed. So yeah, it's not unknown, but it is somewhat peculiar. Let's put it like that. So at this moment, well, Paul Quarret, interestingly, leading Q2 with 10 minutes remaining. He's on 1:36.8. Zander Hermans is on 1:37.5. And there he is now going into turn 7. Hans van der Berg in the Rocket Williams, he's third on 1:38.1. Damie Hartman, our current champion for season 5 and the champion for season 5, is 4 on 1:38.6. Marcel Dronig in the McLaren at 1:38.9. Baz de Breen in the Renault there, he's on a 1:39.6. Still to set their time, Mark Stappers in the Alfa Romeo, Peter Phillips in the Toro Rosso, Nicky Visser in the Mercedes, and John Donkel in the Renault. Good mix of tyres here for Q2. That's quite interesting. Obviously, a lot of the drivers looking to see if they can get through on the medium. Shouldn't be too much of a problem because there's only 10 of them.
That's right. They've got options available to them now, haven't they? So they haven't got to try and get into the top 10 because there are only 10. So yeah, they're completely free to choose whatever tyre they like and not know that they won't have to push necessarily.
Yeah, and as I say,
although sorry, Nicky Visser just had 2:53. I think that might be pushing the boundaries of what is an acceptable lap there.
yeah. He definitely needs to be getting into, well, I would say, 140, 141 possibly would be okay, but you still need to get under that. Otherwise, he'll find himself out of that top 10, and one of the other guys that are currently out will then go and take that place. And that would be obviously either Guido Airshine or Jamie Collane. I'm not too sure where they actually placed. Didn't keep an eye on that in Q1. So, this is who we are with at this moment in time. And, well, Nicky Visser just moving across there. Mark Stappers coming through to say it's time. Actually, let's go on board. As he comes down to turn 8. Now, I've got to say, I absolutely love this back straight 7 to 8, and these two corners here, 8 and 9. I mean, when you get them right, it is pretty sexy. That sounds so sad, but it's true.
Yeah, no, I completely know what you mean. Yeah, it's one of those iconic parts of the track. Even though it's quite a young track when it first started, only in 2009, only 10 years old.
This is my favourite bit, round 15, 16 and 17. I love this. Full pelt, come round 16, hammer those brakes as he's going to turn 17, and then round 18. And I mean, I love this third sector. This third sector is one of my favourite race sectors, I've got to say.
Yes. Well, it's maybe for you, not for me. Not to drive. I hate it. I really hate it.
Well, it is challenging, and I think that's the point of it, really. It is very, very challenging. But even as we come down now, I mean, even turn 1, you've got to hit this apex just right, so you don't go too far onto the right, onto that rumble strip, onto that dirty ground, off track to pick it up. And you see, it goes wide out of 3 there.
Yeah.
Coming down round 4. But yeah, no, I've got to say, overall, I do love this track. It is one of my favourite tracks.
Yeah. By the way, if you're interested, where I was saying it's just to the right of where Stappers is right now, just in that stand.
Oh, at turn 7?
Yeah.
Oh, excellent, because you've got a lovely view of those, the ends, effectively, of Sector 1 as you're coming into Sector 2. And then obviously the DRS as well. So, yeah, I mean, it's not a bad place to spectate, I've got to say.
Yeah.
I presume you can see them coming over the crest of turn 3 when you sat there.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you can see all that. It's a good sort of almost 30 seconds of action.
Wow. So, yellow flag has been waved. Not too sure what that's about there. And just trying to say, I think that was John Donkel, actually. I think John Donkel may have gone out.
Yeah. Was it? Yeah. Has he gone out on the track? Yeah, he's retired.
Yeah, he hasn't set a time, and he is out. So I think he's actually crashed his car, which means that he'll be starting in P10. Nicky Visser definitely. Nicky Visser's coming into pit. He's still got 5 minutes. He's got plenty of time to get that sorted out. Peter Phillips currently in the Toro Rosso, just coming round now, and he said a 1:42.8. So that puts him provisionally in P8 at this moment in time. But still very interesting with that front line there. Paul Correa, the new driver for Williams, and then Zander Hermans for Toro Rosso, and Mark Stappers. I mean, not very often we see. Well, we haven't seen Paul Correa obviously before. His first race was last week, but Zander Hermans and Mark Stappers again. Great on the qualifying, these guys. They really are picking it up, aren't they?
Yeah, that's the thing with you just mentioned him, Mark Stappers there. Yeah, he's really sort of he's top notch on quality. I think he's his best quality is 3rd place. He's done it sort of 3 or 4 times this season. Probably going to do a 3rd place here as well, at least. But yeah, just the starts of his races have really sort of left quite a lot to be desired. I don't know whether he's just putting power down too quickly or not quick enough, and it's bogging down. I'll keep an eye on him at the start of this race, actually. But yeah. I mean, if he can perfect that, he'll be on the podium frequently.
I would certainly expect him to be, that's for sure. So I think everyone's jumped out. Look, Nicky Visser's jumped out as well, actually. So he's happy to be starting down in P9. Interesting.
Well, they won't be starting P9 because they will be going through to Q3.
Of course, yeah, sorry. Yes, I'm looking at this as, sorry.
It
it's just I'm seeing 10 and I'm thinking Q3.
Yep. I was thinking that a minute ago, and when Donkel retired, I was like, oh, he's actually going to start 10th? No,
yeah. Of course, yeah, because ultimately at the end of the day, they're through anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But that said, Nicky Visser setting that 2:53. I don't think that'll actually qualify him for the top 10. That's the thing.
It should do because there's only 10 here.
So even though he's outside of the time?
Yeah, even though the 107% rule doesn't actually apply in game. It would do in real life, but it's not in effect in F1 19.
Really? Oh, that's a shame. It should be.
Yeah. I know. I wish it was. Because it means you can just drive at 5 miles an hour and just save tyres.
Yeah.
In Q2 and yeah.
Well, I mean, I can understand it obviously in single, but in championship, it should all the rules should apply. But that's just my thoughts, by the way. I've always got something to say, Cody's. So Cody's, if you're listening, I've always got a comment to make. And there's one thing I still really, really want. I still want that rear view when you go on board with the car. I want to be able to see the back of that car and those tyres. And I want to be able to go to somebody when they DNF. Those are my two main ones. And my third on my wish list, sorry, I've got to finish this one. Third on my wish list is, can we have a replay option in broadcast?
Wouldn't that be lovely?
I would love that. That would be excellent.
To be honest, Eddie, your first two requests were actually in F1 17, but then they took them out for some reason.
They were, and I was gutted that they took them out. So there you have it. Paul Correa comes through provisional first in that Q2. Zander Herman second, third Mark Stappers, 4 Hans van der Berg, 5 Damie Hartman, 6 Marcel Dronig, 7 Baz de Breen, 8 Peter Phillips, 9 Nicky Visser, and 10 John Donkel, setting no time there. They will all be going through to Q3 as we only have the 13 drivers this evening. Shame, but obviously it's the way it goes. People have prior commitments, etc. But we will touch on season 6, which will be starting in early September. So we'll run through those dates for you at the end of this broadcast and the end of this final race for season 5, and get you lined up for the start of season 6. It is going to be awesome, absolutely awesome. Not only are we going to have the Premier F1 Tonight League, the Dutch League, the wonderful friends with Clogs and Edam, or is it Gouda, and holding a few tulips. Sorry, I do apologise for our Dutch viewers, but it's our picture here. But fantastic. We'll see them, and it's going to be a fantastic season 6. But we'll also be starting season 1 of the F1 Tonight UK League, so that is really going to be something. I'm very much looking forward to that as well. That will run side by side with the F1 Tonight Dutch League. So we are at the moment on board with Paul Correa in the Rocket Williams. He's on his outlap. I'd say I do like the graphics on 19. It does look a lot nicer.
Yeah, it's really, really sharp. And that Williams might be rocket by name, but not really rocket by nature.
No, unfortunately not so much so in the real world, but I'm sure we'll see Williams come back. McLaren, obviously, they've been pretty much written off in real world F1, and I think they're doing a fantastic comeback in this 2019 season, I have to say.
Yeah, big time. One of my favourite teams at the moment.
I've always been a McLaren fan. Obviously, I've supported them, but as much as I loved Alonso, I think he's a fantastic driver. But I don't know. I think there was too much politics going on driver team there, and that combination and the way the McLaren were going, it just didn't seem to work. But this season of 19. They've really pulled it together, and they've got a great driver lineup with Sainz and Norris, and I think, again, they're going to be real guys to contend with, especially Norris. I think he's going to be. And then we've got people like Albon as well in real world, British driver, fantastic driver as well. So, and let's not forget, obviously, the Williams driver, whose name at this moment does slip my mind.
George Russell, the Formula 2 champion.
Indeed, George Russell. At least he's getting in his F1 sort of legs, isn't he? He may not be in the fastest team, at all, but he is getting his racing legs in on the F1 Championship, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. To be fair, he's got a 100% record against his teammate in qualifying. He's out-qualified in every race so far.
Indeed. And I think it's great to see Kubica back, with the injuries that he suffered a few years ago. Not in F1, it was actually in a rally he suffered those injuries, but great to see him back, and let's hope that he can get to show what he's capable of as well. And we are, as I say, on board Paul Correa. He's in Sector 2 now, coming up to turn 11. And it's looking pretty good. You've got the app running. How's his sector time looking? Or his time at the moment?
Yeah, fastest in the first sector of everyone. A tenth down on Visser in the second sector, but still second fastest.
I'd expect all these guys to be on the super softs. Sorry, on the softs. Sorry, the Red Bull softs.
Sorry, the Vanderbilt has been 4 tenths faster than was it Correa? I forget.
Correa, yeah.
Yeah, 4 tenths faster. So I expect the Tans to go top, surely.
Paul Correa now
good time for Nicky.
Round the final sector. Hans van der Berg does, look at that, Hans van der Berg sets a 136.7, Nicky Visser 136.8, looks like the Toro Rosso, I think there is Zander Hermans on the side. Paul Correa 137.1, Zander Hermans 137.5, that's actually Zander Hermans, yeah. Damien Hartman 137.6, Marcel Droni 137.9. Baz de Breen still in the pits. Mark Stapper's just coming over the line now.
Yeah, he's done a good lap.
Oh, look at that!
Place 6-6.
Fantastic! What a great run there from Stappers. 136.6 puts in provisional P1 with 7 minutes remaining in this queue. Peter Phillips is on his out lap. John Dunkel is out on track at this moment in time. I think he's on his fast lap, isn't he?
Dunkel is invalidated that actually.
Oh, he has invalidated that lap. Baz de Breen still in the pits, not coming out as yet. Peter Phillips is on his out lap. But yeah, this is looking very interesting. I mean, do you think Stappers can hold that? I mean, 6 minutes remaining. The track will get quicker.
So. I hope so. I'd love to see him on pole position.
Yeah, I think it would be great, actually.
He might do it. There's 6 minutes is a long time. Again, Correa's just gone faster with 36.4.
Look at that, Paul Correa takes.
Slow in the first sector as well, that lap.
And here, I mean, I must admit, second race, to be up here in Q3, assuming that P1 position, that's quite impressive.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say it's a bit of unknown entity. I still wasn't there
indeed.
Last week for his race. But yeah, no, impressed me so far.
Yeah, definitely. Certainly delivering here at this moment in time in Q3.
Donk with 10th down on Correa in the first sector.
So he's just coming up now to turn 8. 9 coming down towards the end of sector 2.
Yeah, it's not bad, but it's not great in the middle. 8.9 is about 4 tenths slower than Stappers. Stappers got purple sector, second sector.
It's not looking too bad. 120.
P3, I think this might be.
Yeah, I don't know actually. He might sneak P2.
Oh, he's run out of ERS.
No, that's it.
Yeah,
no, he goes right down to 6 there. He lost a lot of time in those final 3 turns.
Yeah, what it was, his invalidated lap, as I mentioned earlier on, he didn't recover enough ERS to be able to make it on his hot lap. So yeah, he ended up running out prematurely.
Let's cut to his teammate now, Baz the Breen. He's on his out lap, just coming round, and we'll go on board actually for this lap. So comes over the line now, gets himself lined up the right hand side of the track for turn 1, cuts in, hard left, right on the camber, over to the right hand side out of 1, into 2, over onto left hand side, take it over to turn 3, keep in the middle of the road, round 4, down now into turn 5, hard right 6. Look at that.
17 wide is 10th and a half up on the top time.
Out of 7 now, coming down that back straight, DRS, activation line there. Gets himself lined up now, it's coming to turn 8, hard brake there. Looks like he braked just after the 100-metre line there, round 9. Nicely turned around there, build up the power now as he comes down to the second DRS. Takes you around turn 10, down to turn 11. As you go into the final sector, hard left here, followed by that hard right and then left again, little chicane there. Comes down to turn 14, hard left. Then you start to build up the power it round 15, into 16,
Not the 10th up.
hard braking down into 17, hard right there. Open it up, hard left under the bridge. Hard left again. Come down now. Hard right into 20. Final turn here, turn 21. This is going to be a fast lap here from Baz the Breen. A 1:35.994, and he takes that pole position with only 2.5 minutes remaining. I mean, that's basically what, one run. For those guys that are out there now on their out laps, they've got to make it count.
Yep. Yeah. To be fair, even the ones that are still in the pit, think about it. If they pull their finger out right now, then they'll be able to do another lap. But I think in a few seconds it will be a bit too late for them.
Well, I'm on
what a lap under 136.
Fantastic run there from Baz the Breen. Waited until the track was right, had the opportunity, clean air, got out there and did the time. Only what we've come to expect from him, to be fair though.
Yeah. Eddie Steppers is improving his lap. He's only half a tenth down on Breen in the first sector.
I was just watching Paul Correa. He lost it around sector 2, went off track.
And Nicky Visser as well, isn't it? Is equalled Steppers' time, so I think those two and the Breen will be fighting out for pole position. Or purple sector from Visser actually in the middle. He's only have to pick up.
So it's purple in sector 2.
Steppers made a mistake.
Oh, he has. He's made a mistake.
It's quite a big mistake. This is not an improvement now.
Not an improvement for him. Definitely not. Nicky Visser now coming round. Penultimate turn. What can he do? This is going to look fast. This could be a 1:35 as well, actually.
It's going to be close.
Oh, no. 1:35.889, and he takes it. Look at that. By a tenth. I didn't think he was going to make it around those final 2 turns. Mark Stappers is now coming up. Oh, Peter Phillips has retired from the session. So Mark Stappers getting himself lined up in preparation. Yeah, you can see the yellows.
Yeah, I know that's it for Stappers.
That's it.
He's only got 30 seconds of the session left. He's not going to make it.
Paul Correa, well, he could. Well, no, he's not going to make it either. Nor's hands round.
No, he's on a hot lap now.
Paul Correa.
But it's not fast lap. It's not an improvement.
I don't think it's an improvement.
Yeah, it's quite far down actually in the middle sector, despite pushing.
It's coming around 15, 16 into 17 now. But I don't think he's going to be able to better that previous best from himself, that 1:36. So that will put him in the second row.
Yeah, Simon Evans just leapfrogged Denny Hartman, I believe. Yeah,
he has. He's gone up to P6. And Correa comes into the pits. Van der Berg 4th, Correa's 5th, Stappers is in 3rd. So we'll go through that. So
sorry, I think John Duncan's still on the lap.
is it?
Yeah, he's still out there. He's still out there. He crossed the line before the clock ran out. He's on a hot lap right now.
All right, so
and it's a decent first sector.
he's coming out of 9 now, round 10. Let's go on board with him now as he comes into sector 3, final sector.
He's equal to this as first sector, or he's half a second down in the middle. This will be an improvement though on his own time. Could get P4.
I think he might be looking at P5 actually, but
Bit of a mistake there.
Way too deep into 17. Nearly loses control there. I don't think he's going to. I don't think he's going to make. I think he's going to hold that position. Oh no, it is faster time. Funnily enough, though, Jesus, he is going. Look at this.
That'll be a rest again.
1:36.6. Yeah, puts him P6. Puts him P6. So Nicky Visser in the Mercedes will be P1, row 1. Alongside him will be Baz de Breen in the Renault P2. Row 2, P3, Mark Stappers for Alfa Romeo. Alongside him, Hans van der Berg in the Williams. Row 3, P5, Paul Correa. And van der Berg, new teammate. Alongside them will be John Donkel in the Renault in P6. Row 4, P7, Zander Hermans in the Toro Rosso. Alongside him, champion for season 5, Damie Hartman in a Ferrari P8. Marcel Dronig, row 5, P9 in the McLaren. And alongside him will be Peter Phillips in the Toro Rosso. So, interesting, certainly. And if we then put in, obviously, those guys that were running on the softs in Q2, it's going to be even more interesting, I think. Some
strategies will all come into play in the race. So. Yep.
Well, we are getting underway. So while we wait,
I said Chappers. I said Chappers was going to get there, didn't I?
You did. You're getting a bit good at this. We didn't actually. We were really bad because we didn't call out who's going to be pole on that one.
No.
No.
We didn't.
So
no,
we better call who we think's going to win now.
Anyway.
Who do you think's going to win, Adrian?
I don't know, but I'm going to say I think that Paul Correa might do it.
Yeah.
He's a bit, as I said, it's a bit of an unknown to me.
It's an unknown quantity.
It did impress me in the early sessions, so.
But yeah, it's certainly impressive on the qualifying. It is very different, obviously, when it comes down to the racing. And we're just waiting for drivers to come in now, and then we'll run through the drivers' final placings as they start the processional lap and where they are. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Oh God, I don't. I'm actually going to go for. I'm actually going to go for Baz de Breen because. He's just, he's just came out, set a fantastic time. He's got good form, good experience. I think he's got the car that will take him to the win. So I'm going to go with Baz de Breen for Renault for this win.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue there. He's a quick driver. He's won many a race, and very likely to win here. To be fair.
Yeah, it's certainly a good possibility. So the drivers are lining up for the processional lap. I'm just going to get myself ready here for the start of this race, but we'll run through them. So Nicky Visser, P1 for Mercedes, row 1. Alongside him will be Baz de Breen in the Renault, decides to take out one of the boards out of turn 2 to 3. And then we have Mark Stappers in 3rd place for Alfa Romeo. That's row 2, P3. P4, alongside him will be Hans van der Berg in the Williams. Row 3, P5, his new teammate Paul Correa. Unknown quantity, but we'll see how he performs here in this race. He's in row 3, P5. Alongside him, John Donkel in the Renault. John currently fighting for that final 3rd place in the championship. And I've got to say, not looking great for him at the moment, is he? He's 5 places away. Nicky Visser's leading out. This is not bode well for him.
Yeah, it's a bit of an unusual one. That's the situation we're in.
Yeah. Then we have row Row 4 P7, Sander Hermans in the Toro Rosso. Alongside him, Season 5 champion Jamie Hartman in the Ferrari. Row 5 P9 will be Marcel Dronig in the McLaren. Alongside him will be Peter Phillips in the Toro Rosso. Then we have row 6 P11 Marco Pullen in the Racing Point. Alongside him will be Jamie Cullen in the McLaren, and then bringing up P13 row 7 will be Guido Urshan, got to say that right, he'll beat me up otherwise. Guido Urshan in the Racing Point, bringing up the rear of the field. Let's have a quick look here, actually. Tyres. So, oh, interesting. Baz de Briem starting on the hard tyre. Stappers, Van der Berg on the medium. Nicky Visser on the soft, as is Paul Correa. So that's going to be very interesting indeed. Keep an eye on Paul Correa to possibly come through that field. So the drivers are now lining up. The lights are coming on. And we are off for the start of this F1 tonight, Abu Dhabi Grand Prix Race 21, conclusion of Season 5. Nicky Visser takes away Baz de Briem, Hans van der Berg moves up to third place. Oh, a few going wide there, the Toro Rossos. And Hans van der Berg stays P3, Mark Stappers goes down one, so Van der Berg up one. Jamie Cullen is out, as is Peter Phillips. Oh no, they've both gone out.
There's 4 cars there, followed up. Both Force Indies, Phillips and Cullen were involved in that.
Oh no.
I think John Donker was in it as well.
And major damage to Pullen's front wing there. In fact, he hasn't got a front wing, so Marco Pullen is out. Guido Urshan just coming out of turn 7, so the Racing Points, they're both suffering, but Marco Pullen particularly, because he's actually lost his front wing completely. So yeah, not good for him. So
Stappers passed Correa actually, and Correa fighting back now, but down the back straight.
Yeah, just see that now on board Danny Hartman watching the action. Stappers and oh, look at that! Sander Hermans comes diving through. Deary me, what has happened there?
Wow, it's a completely different driver now.
Oh my goodness, and he has got severe damage to the front right. He's lost all the winglets there off that car, and he just came in. What was that? Was he trying to sort of take advantage into turn 11 and then just miscalculate that braking point? He just really didn't get that braking point right at all, did he?
Yeah, no, it looked like he missed it. I don't think it was a potential overtake. I mean, it's just missed the braking point.
Yeah.
And,
straight into the pits. So plenty of action already after 2 laps. 2 drivers out. Peter Phillips, Toro Rosso and Jamie Cullen. Major damage to the Racing Point of Marco Pullen and also Guido Urshan, and we've just seen Sander Hermans as well into pit. John Donkel also into the pits, and he's got a front nose as well, so front nose damage to John Donkel's car. Oh, this is just not what he was looking for, and he's gone onto the hard tyres. So John Donkel has gone onto the hard set of tyres, and oh, look at that, just coming out ahead of him, Sander Hermans. And this is, well, this has got to be one of the longest exit entry points, isn't it, for the race calendar? I mean, it is immense, isn't it?
Yeah, it's something like 32 seconds lost from the standard pit stop. It's one of the most elaborate exits on the calendar. It's the only one that actually goes under the track and out the other side.
Well, let's have a quick look now through this, and obviously, oh dear me, and Baz de Briem really fighting here as it's Hans van der Berg. Oh, and they make contact Van der Berg with Baz de Briem. That is not what he was looking for there. That was around turn 11, 12, out of 12 actually. So his teammate's gone out, and Baz de Briem. This is, I've got to say, it's looking scrappy.
Yeah, just a little bit, yeah. People were just, yeah, treating it like a bit like a 5-lap race. It's actually a 55-lap race.
Hans van der Berg very, very wide there. Out of 16, 17. So
Verstappen's very wide into one.
let's get ourselves back on this. So Nicky Visser leads the way at this moment in time. Baz de Breen is 3.8 seconds behind him in second place. Mark Stappers is on the heels of de Breen in that Alfa Romeo, but on his heels is Paul Parade, the Williams driver, as well. Then we have Damie Hartman, and he is almost nose to tail as they come round turn 7. Now this is going to be very interesting indeed. I'll stay on board Damie Hartman. He's the last in this row because he's starting for P4, Paul Parade fighting for P3, and Mark Stappers challenging Baz de Breen as well there. Oh, look at it, and he gets past him. He gets past him.
What?
On the DRS into turn 8, Mark Stappers gets past Baz de Breen, takes that second place. Paul Parade now is on Baz de Breen's heels. I mean, that was a great well, he obviously got the slipstream, took full advantage of DRS, just got his nose ahead before turn 8, and he took advantage of it there, Stappers, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. I think the crucial point of that was his exit from 7.
Yeah. Yeah, he got a great launch out of the head in the 7, yeah.
Yeah, and he's also making use of the on soft compound, isn't he? Underneath the tyre with Green on the hard.
On the hard.
So yeah, brand new.
Well, Green will go very deep into this race on the hard. I'm sure he's going to be looking to finish the stint on the softs, probably, I would suspect, around about lap 45, 46, depending on where he is positioned. But he's got himself in a great place there. I mean, okay, he's on those hards, but they seem to be performing relatively well. He's holding off Paul Parade behind him at the moment. But that said, Schnappers has already started to pull out the lead, 1.4 seconds. So is Baz de Breen. Oh, look at he's being challenged now by Poiré.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
so
not like
close as they come round 5 there into 6.
Sorry, what's the running tyre? Oh, that's at the end of
and he's well out on the exit of turn 4. He's gone into the right-hand side onto the barrier there. So Marcel Dronig is out of this race. Clearly, he must have lost it around turn 3. I suspect he's probably actually on the exit of turn 2 into 3 because you try and correct round 3 and sometimes it just doesn't work, does it?
Yeah. Baz lost another place. It's time to Correa. I don't think he's liking these hard times, or they're just not getting up to temperature as quickly as.
I just don't think they're getting up to temperature. I just don't think they're getting up to temperature. I think that's what it is basically, and I think he's struggling to get that temperature into those tyres and maintain it. I've got to say, I mean, it is a bit of an odd choice on a street circuit. Well, I think it is classified as street circuit like this. I've got to say, I mean, and look at this. I mean, Damie Hartman is really
he's got
pushing
wide
now as well. Look at that. He's going really wide.
Yeah.
He's got no grip on that at all, is he?
No, not at all. I wonder if he'll change his strategy, or if he'll just commit to this. Coming 19, coming in.
He's in.
Yeah,
he's in. Yeah, he's come in. He's decided to go up there, and I think he's probably going to go on to. Well, he's going to have to go on to the softs now, surely, to try and get himself through that field. It's the only option he's got.
The medium's also an option. It is a medium tyre on his car.
He is going for the medium, so he's gone for the medium to try and pull himself back through this. But Damie Hartman is hot on the heels. They're coming around 7 of Paul Paré, the rookie driver. He's got a good exit there, but Poiré, good exit as well out of 11. He's got DRS on him. Can he take advantage of it? Can't quite. Yep, he gets alongside him into turn 8. Yep, same move as Stappers did on Green on the lap earlier. Nicely done. Damie Hartman gets ahead for Paul Paré, puts himself up into P3.
Right, we'll fight back.
Yeah, he's definitely fighting back. He's coming back now, round 10. Obviously, he had the DRS. Oh!
Slight contact there with the
bit of side pod contact there from Hartman. Corporate doesn't take the bait, but stays with Hartman as they're coming around 15, 16 now. Down into 17.
Hartman appeared a bit wide, a bit back in a step bit down me. But Hartman appears to be managing the DRS much better than Correa, which is what helped him defend that position.
Yeah, Yeah, definitely. And again, it's just, you know, getting used to what your car can do and how best to utilise that ERS. And certainly the drivers that have been racing this season, they've got a lot more used to it, I think, haven't they?
Yeah. Gray's just on the edge of being vulnerable over the fuel. He's got just the right amount of fuel to make it to the end. He stays in standard all the time, so that's probably playing in his mind as well. Hartman's got, well, I can't see how much more, but I haven't seen it drop into, you know, with the little yellow fuel marker. So you can presume Hartman's fully loaded.
Yeah, I think that's a fairly good assumption. Hartman's got a clear track ahead of him. He's got 3.2 seconds to Mark Stappers ahead of him. And Stappers is now 4.5 off Nicky Visser.
Hartman's able to defend against the DRS by using his ERS and no 5.
Wow. Well, I suppose one way of doing it.
Yep, he's going to do it again. Slipstream and DRS, and it's still not enough because Hartman's just pushing that engine so hard.
He is really pushing, well say. Perez is staying with him though. I mean, he should have the advantage. He is on the softer tyre.
Hartman's just looking a bit sort of smoother in the corners. Although, well, as I say, his back has stepped out again. And,
yeah, but he doesn't like that turn. That turn 17 is his Achilles heel on this 17. Track. I've already picked that up.
Yeah.
He's great round sector 1 and that turn 7. He's great round that. Good round sector 2 as well. But turn 17 sector 3 is definitely his Achilles heel. He doesn't like that.
Yeah, good exit around the final corner as well for Hartman. It pulled away 4/10 out of that over Curry. On time over a step as well.
Yeah. Yeah, he's definitely doing well there. What about Baz de Breen now? He's 2.3 seconds now off the back of Zander Hermans. He's got a lot of work to do there. He needs to get past Zander Hermans as quickly as possible so he can get into that clean air and really start opening up this Renault so he can close down to Paul Poiret. It's important he gets past Hermans pretty quickly, I would say.
Yeah, that's also, and I don't think that would take too long in respect to Hermans. But De Breen's the fastest man out there at the moment. It's definitely the right choice to come onto these medium tyres. He's at least 2/10 faster than everyone else. Second fastest is behind him. And then everyone else is sort of second slower than them.
Now,
apart from some Hermans, actually. 3/10. Game is 3/10.
Well, 2.3 seconds is the gap as it was and is at this moment in time. So that's 2.4. So I think Herman is aware, obviously very much aware that he's got De Breen closing down and he's probably opening up a bit more now. Try and maintain that gap because he does need to.
Yeah, De Breen looks like he's saving up a bit of energy in the engine. The RS mode, he's just keeping in mode 1 actually and setting these laps. And then he's going to push once the battery's full, I would presume.
Well, we've got Ershon out as well now. Missed that, well, we saw that Dronig go out. We didn't see Ershon go out. I was just following him around, so he's actually DNF'd as well. So we're down to 9 drivers. That was pretty quick after 8 laps.
Yeah, it's one of those things like a 4-car incident and that's it.
Yeah, exactly.
13 to 9.
But it was looking scrappy on those opening laps. I think the guys were a little bit unsettled there. So they've now settled down, and it's going to be very much down to strategy looking at these gaps. But that said, Paul Poiret is closed right up to Damien Hartman. Damien Hartman made an error because he was about 5-6 tenths ahead of Poiret where he is now, and suddenly he's lost those 5-6 tenths.
Yeah, he gained 3 tenths actually. Hartman gained 3 tenths on Poiret on that last lap. 43.7 versus 44.0. But yeah, he's one of his gearbox now.
He is.
Very strange.
Coming round turn 14 now. So, I don't know, I think he must have gone off track and lost time, but Correa now is really hunting him down. Look at that. He is just riding the exhaust fumes at the moment of that Ferrari, and Damien again 17, a little bit better, but still not great. And Correa is just staying on in there with him. This is it's going to be very interesting now. They come round the final turns of Sector 3. They'll be going obviously into the first 2 turns, Sector 1, but Sector 2 is going to be very interesting because Correa's got a better exit on 7 than I've seen Hartmann before. So it's going to be very important indeed.
Yeah, so just looking at Hartmann last lap, actually, yeah, it was the middle sector. He lost some 7 tenths to Correa actually just in that one sector.
This is the critical one, coming around 5, 6, Correa, using all the width of the track there to get the grip and obviously the speed. He's got a good exit, but Hartmann's also got a very good exit out of there, I've got to say. Really pulled out the bag, and Hartmann trying to break that toe, going right over to the left-hand side of this here, but he's got the DRS. Is he going to make it count as they come down into turn 8? No, Hartmann's got that inside, and that's what he was doing as well, moving on to that left-hand side. He was protecting that inside turn into turn 8, so that Correa couldn't get ahead of him. But now Correa gets ahead of him on that second one, and this is what I'm saying. Look at this now. Now, Damien Hartmann, he needs to take full advantage here. Round 12, 13, he can't. Now, he's got to do a perfect turn 17 if he stands any chance at all now. And this, as I said earlier, it seems to be a bit of an Achilles heel for him.
Yeah, on different tyres though, these two drivers, it's not getting a big block up there from
and again, it just
into 17.
He just doesn't like 17, does he? No, it is, and as I said, obviously Correa does have the advantage of being on the soft, so he should really be ahead of Hartmann. But that said, I mean, Hartmann's keeping it respectable. He's still within 5 tenths, so he's going to have the opportunity to come back.
He'd be very happy to be in that close to him on tyres, as I say, we're overtaking the lap slower. So, yeah. What you've got to find, what I find, is sort of all too easy to do is get yourself lost in a battle that you don't need to be in. If you're on totally different strategies, you can actually waste the tyre's life by fighting with a driver who's on the top compound for no reason.
That's very true, but again, the red mist descends. You've got a guy ahead of you who's just sitting there waiting to be overtaken. You can't not do it.
It should be an easy move for Hartmann.
Yeah, it will be an easy move.
Correa's got no DRS.
Yeah. Good move there from Hartmann. He needs to really pedal to metal so that Correa can't take advantage of his second DRS. He's already closing down as they come around 10, approaching 11. He's right on his heels there. Oh, locks up, goes wide there, loses time. Oh, Correa's going to be annoyed with himself on that one because he's lost a good 2 or 3 tenths there.
Yeah, he was further back. Hartmann's just past Debris, and Debris fighting back to reclaim the position.
Yeah, and he has.
It.
So Debris has got ahead of Sander Hermans. Hermans did try and fight back, take the place from him, and Hans van der Berg is on the tail of Sander Hermans now. Let's have a quick look at that. Oh, look at that, he's taken him! This side by side is 17! Oh my goodness, look at that! Oh, dearie me, what a shame! What a great shame there. Hans van der Berg goes out, he was side by side with Sander Hermans round 16, tried to cut it into 17. But then couldn't make it, got contact with Sander Hermans, nothing that could be done there, both cars careering off, but Sander Hermans does still stay on track, so Hans van der Berg has DNF'd on lap 11, turn 17. Oh, it's a great shame, but a great fight, but yeah, it was too close.
Yeah, you never like to see that, especially when you know these two drivers, do love the battle. But, yep, a little bit of contact that just got Van der Berg out of shape and
Hermans getting
slide
around.
Wing. Yeah, just slide around, lost the back end, and there's nothing he could do about it. Hermans was lucky not to lose a wheel and retire himself, but he's still got a chance.
Oh, he's definitely got great opportunity to get some concluding points to the championship. No two ways about it. I mean, Hans van der Berg, a great run for him. I mean, and it was great to see that close action, but it was just a bit like the classic war film. Rather than a bridge too far, it was a corner too far, wasn't it?
Something like that, Eddie.
It was just a corner too far for Hans van der Berg, and unfortunately he paid the price. So he's gone out. What's that?
It takes the pressure off of Baz Green, who had Herman right behind him for a little while. Well, he passed him, didn't he? And
yeah, he did.
Green had to get
and
around
then
the
there was a big
outside
fight.
of Herman's. And then the guy behind him got involved. And the rest is history. So he didn't have to fight Herman's. I won't say any more because it's a long way of this race to go. I'll probably meet again.
Well, indeed. Well, Baz de Breen now is gunning for Nicky Visser. He's dropped down to P4 because he pitted and went onto the mediums on lap 8. I mean, that's it. He came in really early off those softs, though, didn't he? Visser.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I mean, we've got Ray who started on the softs. He's not coming on that 12.
And Pullen as well.
Yeah, Pullen as well.
Well,
yeah,
Pullen actually did come in
he
because he had that incident.
Yeah,
so he did change tyres, but he stayed on the softs.
But yeah, really early call from Visser. Presumably he'll do a medium and a medium.
I would suspect that would be the case. So he did that on lap 8. So that would mean 47, about 23 laps, 24 laps on those mediums. He'll probably try and stretch out the middle stint as much as he possibly can. So we'll probably see him go to maybe, 26, 27 laps if he can, just to give him that little bit more of an edge for the closing.
Yeah, that's 26 laps after lap 8. That's,
yes.
34.
Exactly, yeah. So that give him 21 laps or thereabouts.
Crazy in the pit after 12 laps on these softs is enough for him.
So Quares into the pit. So the softs not going too deep in there. So I'd suspect the mediums. I mean, you're going to be pushing in that instance. You're probably going to be pushing the mediums to go 25, 26 laps, aren't you? If that's the case.
Yeah. Well, I've just said about Nicky. We're expecting to do about 25 laps to say.
Yeah, I mean, do you think that's why? I mean, Baz de Breen went onto the hards earlier on to try and get him a bit deeper to go onto those softs, so like reduces potential pit stops.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I mean, I don't think Green expected the hard tyres to remain so cold for so long. He just was not getting the grip out of them at all, and it's a brave call to make to pit so early and completely change the strategy, but he did that at the right time. I think that's gonna pay off.
But then again, I would have thought, knowing Baz, that he's probably done some runs on those hard tyres. But this is the problem, isn't it? You can do a run on a hard tyre for practice on a clear track, by yourself, get the tyres up to temperature. You've got a nice clear track in order to do that. But when you're in a race condition, you've got cars all around you, you can't necessarily put down that speed because of who's ahead of you.
Yeah.
It then completely alters the what you think the running will be, really, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. But it's a problem that Pirellis have in real life, isn't it? It's such a small operating temperature window, if you like, that as soon as you fall out of it either slightly, you just all the grip sort of falls away and you have to back off. But and it's more so the harder compounds than it is with softs.
Definitely. I was just reading today about the potential changes coming in 2021, and it seems as if everything was agreed and now is not agreed, and nobody really knows what's going to happen. A lot of speculation around tyres, a lot of people talking about the tyres and saying, look, Pirelli have delivered on what they were told. They wanted high deg, but unfortunately the FIA weren't really clear what they meant with high deg, and it hasn't actually worked out.
No, that's right, because the tyre falls away that much faster when you're behind another car.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just said that wasn't made clear. Or if I didn't know already.
Sometimes the fastest lap there, 1:41.9 provisionally on those mediums. Good run there from Zander Hermans. He's determined to get through.
Mediums.
He does. Yeah, and again, Hamilton commented on it as well. You know, what they really want is a tyre where they can stay up close, because he commented on the British Grand Prix that he wasn't able to stay on his teammate's tail on the soft tyres because he couldn't hold it. He basically had to come in and pit and go onto a new set of tyres.
Yeah.
So
that's right.
the drivers very much want a tyre where it allows them to actually stay on the tail of the guy ahead of him without suffering that sort of degradation. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Also, they're talking about refueling. I've got to say, I'm not a fan, because I just don't think that's actually gonna. It's not gonna bring anything to the actual track. It might bring something to the race, but not necessarily to the track.
Yeah, I kind of know what you mean. I'm actually sort of pro refueling. I think it adds another sort of element of strategy. Obviously you can set much faster laps with virtually no fuel in the car. So yeah, there's that element to it as well. But to be honest, I think that they'd probably be better off not refueling. I think the format is good as it is. Just fix the tyres.
Yeah. Fix the tyres.
I just want to point out something completely random. Shepard's led the first lap of the season. His first lap of the season, I think.
Indeed, I'm just literally just switched on board with him just before you said that. And indeed, Mark Stappers is leading this race at this moment in time. Damie Hartman is currently second, Nicky Visser is third, Baz de Breen is 4, Paul Correa 5, Marco Pullen 6, Sander Herman 7, and John Donkel bringing up P8. Yeah, great run. He's doing well. I mean, 14 laps equal there to Damie Hartman, who's in P2. Nicky Visser obviously slightly out. He's coming a bit earlier, so he will reassume that first place position once these guys come in. But Stappers needs to stay ahead of Hartman, and Hartman needs to get ahead of Stappers. So it's a real fight going on here. This is really important for these two guys.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, they're both on the same tyres and have been on the same tyres for the same length of time. So effectively on the same strategy. This is a sort of on track race now between these two. Stappers had lost 7 tenths to Hartman on that last lap. Not 1 victory ahead. Not a great first lap from Damie, but yeah, it's not going to be easy staying ahead of him. The effective champion, isn't he?
Yeah, well, he is the champion for season 5. So yeah, he's doing a good job, Stappers, I've got to say, and he's pulling away, if anything.
Seems to like his track, doesn't he?
Definitely. Now, I mean, at the moment, I say that he's looking very strong for P2 or P3.
Yep. Yeah, that'll be his first podium, certainly since I started commentating. I think I've seen him finish
He has done one. I think he has done one previous podium, but I cannot for the life of me remember where. I think it was last season, actually. I think it was this season. Pretty sure it wasn't, but I think he did get one last season. To check that out. Unfortunately, we don't have all those stats to hand. I will try and see if I can get something running up for P6 for season 6, so that we can actually have something to refer back to. And I'll have to bring out my Excel, brush up on a few bits and pieces there. But okay, so at this moment in time, Damie Hartman is in second place behind Mark Stappers. Mark Stappers is in P1, Damie Hartman 2, Nicky Visser is in P3, Baz de Breen is P4, Paul Correa is P5, Pullen 6, Sander Herman 7, John Donkel 8. I'm just having a quick look at the strats here. I mean, we expect, obviously, Stappers, Hartman, they should go to around about lap 25 to 27. One would expect, although that's not obviously an absolute given.
It's not, no. Yeah, it's a little bit of an unknown entity actually. Is the sort of tyre life of these tyres, obviously using the new 2019 game for
Yeah.
the last 4 races, 3 races.
Yeah, it was 2, 3. 3, yeah, it was 3 races, yeah. Mexico,
Yeah.
Brazil, and Abu Dhabi.
Cullen has actually done 15 on the softs. Did anybody else manage to get him that far into the race?
He's had pretty clear air though. Let's be fair.
Yep.
So
yeah,
you know,
that's true.
He's got the potential to just keep going. He's not getting any problems with following the people behind at this moment in time.
Herman's right behind him though. He's looking very sort of aggressive. Well, he's eyeing up the overtake currently. Notified his DRS and Cullen's got nothing to defend.
I think it's going to be a pretty straight move from Herman's there.
Oh, late.
Dearie me!
That's very late.
He did leave that. Well, he pulled out, but as he pulled out, he jerked the steering wheel too far and nearly ended up going into the wall, so he had to adjust and then lost all the momentum he had going into turn 11. I mean, that should have been a pretty straightforward move, but he was just a little bit violent on stepping out to do the overtake, and he's got himself a little bit in a pickle, trying to get himself sort of straightened out there, I think.
A bit flustered.
Yeah.
And Pullen's in the pit anyway.
Pullen's into the pit. So Pullen comes in after 15 laps. So that's one to bear in mind for further down the race, because I'm sure we're going to see some of these guys going on to the soft. Herman's now takes that P6 place. So now I'm just having a look at these leaders here. Obviously, Visser will stay out. He's going to have to go on, yeah, he's definitely going to go on to the mediums. Then we've got Baz de Breen, and he is closing down, I think, a little bit. I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
14 seconds off, so...
4 tenths. 4 tenths left.
So, I mean, he's looking pretty strong as well. I mean, he could potentially take that P2 place as well. But the one that I'm finding really interesting here is actually Paul Carey, because he's currently P5, but he's on a pretty fresh set of mediums. So it's going to be interesting to see how that pans out. And also Zander Hermans, although Zander Hermans is a lot further behind, just 31 seconds down the road. But Paul Carey, I think he's going to be one to watch. He could potentially get onto that podium for this race, looking at this.
Yeah, it could well do. It's probably won't surprise you. He's the fastest man on the track at the moment, or he was on the last lap, and he is again this lap at 4.26 there. He's closing in from fresher tyres. Well, Hartman's in the pit.
So Hartman's come in. He's coming out on a fresh set of mediums. So he's gone on to another set of mediums. So that should take him to the closing stages. But it's going to be tight. He might still have to come in and go on to a set of softs, actually.
Yeah, he certainly will. Well, he will have to anyway, because he's only used medium tyres so far. So he's going to have to pit again.
So he has to pit then, and then go on to the soft tyre. I've got to say, I probably would have done it the other way around, actually. I probably would have gone soft to try and get myself through the field and then close on the medium.
Yeah, you don't often see people go for the hard, if they're on a two-sort of strategy, do the two hardest compounds first, and then end on the softer. They tend to do the softer one first, but each their own.
Well, indeed. Well, Poiret is closing right in on the back of the green as they're coming around 12 into 13, 14. And he's right on his tail here now.
Yeah, but again, Parade is struggling with the ERS. And this track has two long straights in the second sector with the ERS available. And if you haven't got enough ERS to make the march, you're not going to do it.
Yeah. Well, that is racecraft that he will learn, I'm sure, during the course of season 6. But technically, he needs to brush up on a few things, but race-wise, he looks pretty good, got to say.
Yeah, I'm fairly confident in his pace and his actual racing ability.
Look at that.
But yeah, it's just those other things, isn't it?
Yeah, it's those finer points, isn't it, really? And he's right on the tail of the Breen out of 7 here. He's going to get DRS. He's got the
Breen
DRS.
put it up to mode 4. He's in the 5. He might have just enough. He's got 20%.
No, but you see, the Breen's got that inside line, but he's got it. Yeah, he's got it. The Breen's got that inside line, and that's the thing. It is important. Now the Breen's going to come back to him.
And this, in theory, would be an easy move.
It should be a pretty straightforward move from the Breen.
Very defensive from Gray. Will he go around the outside again like he did on Hermes? No.
No.
Gray's still in mode 5. Just wants to create something of a gap. Ooh, very late on the brakes.
Very late, nearly goes into the back of the Williams there. Great control. Now this is really, Breen's really pushing it, isn't he, on this? I've got to say. But he's on, you know, his mediums are twice as old, 15 laps versus 8 laps. But he lost a lot of time on those final turns, and Poiret's taken full advantage, and he's now way ahead. He's 1.5 seconds ahead, so the Breen's got to do that work all over again. But it was that final 3 turns that lost it for him there, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, the Breen's been in mode 0 since that, and he's up to 80% ERS. Gray has 10% ERS. This may be interesting to see what Breen does actually really cranks up.
I don't think he'll do it on this lap. I think he'll use this lap to close down and then go for it on lap 22. That to me would make more sense.
I think the Breen's aware that he's not racing Gray, despite them being on the same time and not actually on the same strategy. And I think he's sensible enough to not try to fight him too hard.
Yeah, that is true. Well, Visser has reassumed that P1 position as everyone has come in, as we said, and pitted. So let's get back up onto there. So Nicky Visser is in P1. He's 15 seconds down the road to Poiret, who is currently P2. I did say to watch him because he was on the fresh set of mediums. Different strat, yes, but he's in the mix. You've got Baz de Breen. He's 2 seconds behind Poiret now in P3. Damie Hartman is in P4 and he can see the Renault ahead of him, so he's only, oh God, he's under a second now behind. No, Damie Hartman's really closed that down. So, yeah, and De Breen's made a mistake, that's what it was, so that's given Hartman the opportunity to close down to De Breen now. And this is important because that's what De Breen doesn't want. He doesn't want that Ferrari getting ahead of him, does he?
No, he doesn't. He's still in mode 0, he's had 100% ERS for a while now. Quite sure what he's saving up for, and spend it all at Christmas.
Hartman is really hassling him now down into turn 5, and surely De Breen's going to use that now. He's going to have to use it out of 7 because Hartman's going to have the DRS on him, so he's going to take full advantage of it now. He doesn't have DRS himself. But look at that, you can see he's cranked it up as the car pulls away from the Ferrari there, but is it going to be enough?
Enough to defend, and he'll be able to defend against the farmers for nothing left after this.
Now the other thing is now is De Breen now is closing down on Poiret. So DRS again for Hartman, but De Breen obviously unleashing that DRS power as they come down to turn 11. But now De Breen has clearly got Poiret in his sights ahead of him. Hartman still close in behind. This is interesting.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the interval times actually between De Breen and Correa ahead of him. He made up sort of 2 or 3 tenths. Oh, actually, sorry.
Contact there with the Ferrari and the Renault, and damage to the Renault on the front right wing. Or was it the Ferrari? It could be the Ferrari actually. Yeah, it was, I think, the Ferrari. I think he may have lost an end plate. on that left wing, actually. I saw something fly off. I thought it was from Renault. But I think Damie Hartman's lost the outer wing off that front wing, front left.
Yeah. Yeah, left wing plate is missing. Yeah, went for the overtake. And I think the Sprint just closed the door, and there was contact with the Renault side pod, which is actually instructed and stuff.
Nice to know.
just FYI.
Yeah. So you're going to go wheel to wheel to make sure they're on your pod. Yeah, I got that loud and clear. So Damie Hartman now has got his work cut out for him, and this is important for him. But that damage is not horrendous, but it will have an effect.
Yeah, it would do.
And Debris goes in very deep there, and it's given Hartman the opportunity to come back straight away out of turn 10 into coming down to 11. So he's now got ahead of Debris, and that was a little bit of an error there from Debris, and Hartman just pounced on it, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, completely capitalised. And again, Debris with the 0 ERS, 100%. Yeah, not too sure what his plan is here.
Well, he's now surely going to make the move. I mean, but then again, is he worried too much? He's done 18 laps on those mediums. Is he thinking, okay, I don't need to really, I don't want to push this, I want to go. Is he that he wants to go deep on those mediums? No, he's into the pits.
No,
he's in, so yeah, nothing to do with that.
I was thinking that actually, I think he might have been trying to stay tight for the ERS down.
But no, he's come into the pits, and he's going to have to go surely onto another set of mediums, or is he going to go onto a set of hards? Is he going to go for the hard again?
No, it's not a medium.
It is another medium.
I think he wants to stay away from the hard. Yeah, he's not going to do 30 laps though.
He's not going to do 30 laps, no. But then again, you never know. 30, well, yeah, it would be 30 laps. So Stappers has got a 3-second time penalty. Nicky Visser leads the way quite convincingly, I have to say. And Paul Claret is in second place. He's 15 seconds behind him. He will lose that place. I'm sure Damie Hartman will assume it. And Mark Stappers should move up to P3 as well. So, yeah, Claret is putting in a good show, but he's just out of step. It depends what he goes on to, really. I'm just trying to think. He's on 11 laps. 18. Are these mediums? Oh, we haven't seen anyone go to full 25 laps as yet, have we? I'm just wondering if those mediums will actually make it to 25, 26 laps.
Know.
I don't think they will.
I'd be surprised.
Well, I will be now looking at this. And Hartman's in P3 at the moment. Stappers is 4, so they're looking pretty good. But I mean, that would suggest to me that we're certainly looking still for another round of pits.
Yeah, there'd be some free stop strategies here.
So very interesting indeed.
Stappers still with Hartman. I was ahead of him before they came in sort of 5 or 6 laps ago. But yeah, I think Hartman did the overcut on him. He stayed out a little bit longer. No. Stappers stayed out longer.
He did, yeah.
Damie got down for the undercut.
Yeah. But he is that close.
He's still with him.
He is still with him. And when they are both on the lead, they're both going on the same strategy here. And yeah, I mean, this is a potential podium finish, certainly, I think, at this moment for Stappers. But I'm more interested to see what's going to happen on this third round of pit stops, because there's definitely going to have to be a third round.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, the only one that might possibly not go, I mean, Baz the Green, I mean, is he looking at 31 laps?
Oh, who knows? Who knows?
I mean, if anyone can do it, the Breen can, let's be fair. And he's got clear air as well. I mean, he's got, maybe that's what he was looking at. He's got clear air in front of him.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe that is what he was looking at. He's thinking, long term rather than short term.
Yeah, as often does. You know, he is I consider him a master strategist. And, you know, as much as I was saying, I wasn't quite sure what he was doing with 100% ERS, but I'm sure there is some divine logic behind that. And, yeah, we'll see what he does in this stint. Yeah, he might be trying to make him last.
I've got to say, I think he is. I think that's what he was looking at, and that's why he wasn't really pushing it or fighting too hard. But, well, Stappers is now 5 seconds off Quarret. Quarret's losing time to Visser now. He's dropped 17 seconds.
Fastest lap on Debris, and that is 4 seconds faster than anybody else on the track right now.
There you go. There you go. He is, yeah. Oh my God, yeah. He went out, it was 20 seconds. The gap's now down to 16. He is motoring, isn't he?
Yeah.
So,
Hartman's in for softs. Hartman's on his softs.
Really?
Yeah, he don't need a bit.
That's what I was about to say. I don't get that.
Was there an incident? Oh, yeah, I think he repaired the damage.
Oh, of course, he had the damage. Yeah. Well, I suppose he had to come in if he was suffering that badly from it, which he clearly was. If you're going to come in and you're going to mess up your whole strategy, I suppose go on to the softs and hope to just get through as much as you can. But that's really messed things up for Hartman, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty much ruined his race because he's going to have to pit again. Of course, these tyres will only do it around 15 laps, so he'll have to use another set of softs if he's got them. Otherwise, it would be a set of mediums.
Well, he's going to have to catch up to Debris if he's going to get any value out of this at all.
Yeah, that has to be his target now. Whether we're making it or not, I don't really know. But yeah, he's certainly going to give it his best.
Well, Nicky Visser now, he's done 19 laps on those mediums, and this is the man we're looking to measure. Now, we worked out that he was looking to do round about 25 laps for each of those medium tyres. And at the moment in time, he's only done 19 laps. Now, he's the longest running of the race on the mediums as it stands at this moment. Sorry, he's not actually. 21 laps. John Dunkel on 21 laps. So that's the man we need to keep an eye on. The previous was 18. But Dunkel's done 21. How are Dunkel's times looking overall, actually? Because that's a good way of trying to see whether those are falling off or not.
He is... I think he's the second slowest of everyone on the medium tyre, which is pretty much everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not great. 44.7 is his last lap. You compare that to... actually, let's compare that to Vista, who's done 43.4. About a second off of his time. But, you know, that could just be due to that. Those tyres are roughly the same age.
Yeah,
Stappers, who's done 7 laps on these tyres, 42.6, which is about the right kind of pace for that age of tyre.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see whether... I mean, Visser has the advantage, obviously, that he has got clean air.
Yes.
He hasn't caught up to any back markers as yet, because obviously the field is quite thin. So normally, in a normal course of Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, you would have caught up your back markers by now.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't often do 28 laps of any kit without seeing somebody.
Yeah, exactly. So he's sitting pretty at the moment because he can pretty much control the deck on those tyres. So we could see him go through maybe into the mid-20s, I think.
Yeah. Hartman's now the fastest man on track with a 40.9, although Dubrine's just on 41.0, so he's not that much faster. But yeah, the two fastest are much faster than everyone else at the moment.
So Dubrine and Hartman, but then again, Hartman should be faster. He is on the soft. I mean, how are Hartman's times comparing to Dubrine? Because Dubrine's obviously on that medium. Is he still running faster than Hartman?
Almost. Hartman's only a tenth quicker.
Right, so there's not a huge amount in it really. So I think Dubrine's pretty much got the sweet spot now on those fresh mediums, and they should take him through, well, say this is on 20, Donkel is actually on 23, so it is looking very possible that Visser can go to those mid-20s on those mediums, and that being the case, it is a soft medium that he's looking for. So that would be 2 stops.
Yep.
Which would give him a definite advantage on those, obviously, that are doing the 3 stops, because that's, 30 seconds that you can sort of add to your time or take away, whichever way you do it, really.
Yeah, exactly. There's been new personal best from Hartman when it comes across the line now. It should be quicker than Visser. It'll be quicker than Visser as well, actually.
Yeah,
40.5, just 7 tenths faster than the Green there.
So that's about right for the tyre, certainly, I would say. I'm just curious to know what these finishing stints are going to be, because it's still, there's an awful lot that can happen still. I mean, it's 14 seconds to Poirot. We know Poirot's going to come out of the mix, but then again, how far out is he going to come? Because he's 3 seconds up the road from Stappers. The Bree's 12 seconds off the back of him. So it's, oh yeah, I mean, whoever pits now, if Visser were to pit,
it might come out
around about P5, P6. So he'll want to be ahead of Damien Hartman, but I don't think he'll be able to. He should be ahead of Sander Herman, certainly.
Yeah, I think you're about right there.
So this is going to be quite critical to see how this pans out. And with Damien Hartman at this moment in time, he's P5, obviously champion, so he's not really got any real pressure on him as such. Sander Herman's is in that P6 position, and he's really fought back. He's now 7 seconds off the back. Oh, sorry, 5 seconds off the back of Damien Hartman. I would say that he's going to. He's not going to catch him up, but he's going to have to pit a go, isn't he? Because he's on medium, so he's on 18 that means, so he's going to have to pit as well. Cullen is behind him, he's on mediums. John Cool is definitely going to have to pit. I think we're going to have to measure how far Dunkel goes to get an idea of how deep Visser can go. My big question mark is still Poiret, though. I'm just trying to look at this. So a number of others are still going to pit. I think he's going to finish around about P5, actually. If he
I think
takes that.
Yeah, could do. I was just about to say, Visser's tyres are really falling off now. 45.3 was his last time. Makes him the slowest man on the track at the moment by some margin. Benat's courageous behind him, whose tyres are only 5 laps younger. He's set a 43.1. That's 2.2 seconds gained on Visser.
So those tyres are starting to drop off. The question is how much deeper does he want to go on those? He does have that 25 lap window at this moment in time. He's done 22 laps. I mean, if you take into account, obviously, the weight from the fuel, it should give you another couple of laps. But he's not quite within that window, and I think that's why he's staying out, even though he's losing time. He's going out for one more lap, isn't he?
Yeah, he's just under 43.3, which leads me now to believe that perhaps he had made a mistake that we didn't see. Because he lost two seconds on track. But perhaps the tyres are in better condition.
No. Donkel is on his 25th lap, so he's just slightly ahead on laps on his mediums. So as I say, we'll keep an eye on that. But when those mediums drop off, it will be fast. I mean, they will suddenly go, and that's it.
Yeah. All the testing I've done I haven't done it in this game, but in 18, they just sort of disintegrate. The laps are just fall away. You'd be half a second off the pace, 1 lap, and then 2 seconds off the pace the following lap, and then 10 seconds off the pace.
Yeah. So it's not so much of a drop off, more of what would you call it? A cliff dive, really.
Yeah, that sums it up.
So Visser is still leading the way on those mediums. Paul Correa, 14 seconds still behind him. So the gap is fairly constant. Stappers just 1.5 seconds now behind Correa. De Bruyne has definitely closed down that gap. He's under 10 seconds. He's just 9 seconds off the back of Stappers. So he is motoring, isn't he?
Absolutely. That was 20 seconds when came out the pit. It's now down to 9.
And that's only
in
5
the space
laps.
of 7 laps.
So, let's see, 5 laps, let's say 13 seconds. So that's 2.5 seconds a lap, thereabouts.
Yeah, something like that. Yep.
Come on, you're the engineer, not me.
Well, he's done 7 laps, and he just completed 8 laps, and he's down to 8.5 seconds from 20. So that's 11.5 seconds in 8 laps. That's about 1.
Oh, sorry, I was looking at Hartman
like
with
that.
the 6 laps. So yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah, it's about 1.3, isn't it? Roughly speaking.
Which is some solid pace for that length of time.
Yeah,
it's only 8 laps, but to keep that up.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Well, we should see De Bruyne closing down on Stappers just when it counts, actually. So I would suspect, another 5 laps, and he should be on the back of Stappers.
Yeah. Well, I don't think he's really pushing at the pace that he was previously. Although you can understand that he just done a 41 once. That's not. Excuse me. That's not too far off of his peak pace. But yeah, it should be within. I'd say within 8 laps or so. Probably just as Stappers comes into the pit. To be fair.
Well, it could be, but then again, Stappers is known to go quite deep on his tyres.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't count on that. Oh God, John Dunkel picking up a 5-second time penalty there.
Dunkel's not had a fun race, has he? I don't think he enjoys
He's
this
not.
track. He's a bit like me in that regard.
But I've got to say, Abu Dhabi is one of those tracks. Somewhat like Singapore. You either love it or you hate it. I mean, I might even put Baku in that mix, actually.
Do you think so?
Well, Baku, don't know. Baku's a bit different, I've got to say, because I love that. But I'd certainly put it in the same group, effectively, as Singapore.
Like the Marmite group.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's definitely. Well, it is definitely a Marmite group. It has to be said. But yeah, I mean, it is. A lot of people, I think, berate Abu Dhabi. I've got to say, I really like it. It is. I think it's just a really good, fun track.
Okay.
You're not convinced, are you?
I don't agree. No, I don't agree.
You can just tell you're definitely not convinced by that. Yeah, okay, yeah, all right. If you say so.
When I was actually at Abu Dhabi, went to a Ferrari World, and they had an F1 simulator, like a replica that they used in the Ferrari garage, I suppose.
Yeah.
You can do laps for Abu Dhabi, and it was the most horrible experience I've ever had.
Really?
I'd like to go back and do it now. Yeah, I'd like to go back and do it now. I've got experience racing on the wheel, but yeah, it wasn't nice.
Yeah, a little bit different when you're used to using the controller. Very different once you get used to using the wheel. I've got to say, I totally agree with you on that one. Well, Visser's on his 26th lap, and he's hanging on in there, and it is important. I mean, it's I hate to say it, but I've got to say it really. Is he looking to try and get into a soft window?
Well, you know what? Possibly. Yeah, possibly. We know the stuff can do
6 more laps. He's safe.
Yeah. His times are not falling away. He's still doing 43 fours. He was doing 43 twos about 5 laps ago.
I mean, Correa's closed down the gap a little bit. It's 13.3 as opposed to around about 14. But, it's not horrendous. But Stappers is now on the back of Correa's. They're coming out of 7. So Stappers is now closing down on the back. De Bruyne is only now just under 7 seconds behind Stappers. So this is the fight now, is Stappers on Poirot. Oh, look at that, he goes in really deep. Oh my goodness me. Completely misses his breaking point. I was watching it, I was thinking, Yeah, brake.
So, unfortunately, they got a 3-second penalty for that in as well, even though he slowed down to let Correa back fast.
Yeah. Oh dear. Well, yeah, but that was a bit bizarre there because he had the speed. I think he was just concentrating on overtaking and didn't quite realise where the corner was there. That was most bizarre.
Yeah, it's easily done, isn't it? It's a bit like the red mist you mentioned earlier on.
Oh, definitely.
You focus on one thing and you actually forget what you're doing.
Yeah, definitely. But I mean, this has given De Bruyne a golden opportunity because he can now just about see Stappers ahead of him. You might see him now on the exit of 21 before Stappers gets into turn 1. Not quite.
Visser's in, by the way. He's in.
So Visser has come into the pits and he's going on to the mediums as we expected. So he didn't go into that window, but he played it safe. He's got 20 laps on those mediums. That's safe, isn't it?
Yeah.
So De Bruyne.
What's Correa going to do?
Well, De Bruyne now assumes P3, Stappers P2. Correa is now in P1. So the rookie driver is now taken the P1 position, so he can at least say, I did hold first place. And that's quite an achievement for a rookie.
It's regardless of sort of strategies going on around it.
This is somewhat reminiscent of Van der Berg on his opening races.
Indeed, podium on his debut for Van der Berg. When did Correa actually finish in the last race?
I've got to be brutally honest. I cannot remember. He picked 10th. He picked up a point.
Okay.
So he's got 1 point, so he must have finished 10th.
But he finished.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Yeah, he did finish. Yeah, so that was a good run for him. Right, now Stappers has lost a little bit of time there to Correa, but De Bruyne is really closed down. It's under 4 seconds now to Stappers. So De Bruyne is going to be fighting that out for Stappers. Visser is 3.2 seconds off the back of De Bruyne. We've got 29 laps remaining.
19.
Sorry, 19. I was about to say, I was looking at that. I was thinking, I was wrong. 19 laps remaining. De Bruyne's on 31. Can he go to those 31 laps? Is that what I don't think he is. I think he's going to have to go onto a set of softs.
Yeah, he would have to. Yeah. I'm just looking at Correa, because obviously he was 13 or so seconds behind Visser before the pit stops. I don't see Correa trying to push too hard. I would be pushing here. You've got the clean air. The guy ahead of you is pitted in, going for the undercut, respectively. You need to prevent that undercut.
Yeah, but can he push? That's the question. Can he push? Because he's on 23 lap old softs.
Well, he can push harder than he's pushing. I'm pretty sure of that.
Wow. Maybe he's just looking to finish. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe.
Damie Hartman is down in P5, Visser P4, De Bruyne P3. We're on board with Stappers. Currently P2 closing down on Paul Correa, the rookie driver for Rocket Williams. He's in P1, and as you can see, just ahead of him on the track there. Nice little overhead shot as we come through the final turns. Round 21.
Up that gap again.
He has.
He just
side it round 21. So, yeah.
De Bruyne smells blood as well now.
Well, De Bruyne definitely smells blood. He's now 1.5 seconds off the back of Stappers.
What a stint that's been for De Bruyne. Come from 20 seconds behind to now just 1.5 behind. That is probably the most successful stint I've ever seen.
Well, you know, we were looking at it beforehand and we were saying, why is he not using the CRS? Why is he not doing this? Why is he not? And then it all suddenly became a bit apparent when he came in and went onto those mediums, really, because, you know, we sort of looked back at it and I said, you know, he's come out. He's got 20 odd seconds gap there. He's got completely clean air. He can really open it up and really close down, and that's exactly what he's done, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I think I think the wind might even be in his sights. I know Vista has just come in, so he won't be pitting again.
I don't think so. I don't know, because I mean, look, at this moment in time, there's what? This is only 3.5 seconds behind the green. The pit window is 30 seconds. It just ain't going to happen.
Mm. Yeah.
Well, 20 seconds, 20 laps. He can't. No, even then he can't do it. He's going to have to go on. If that's the case, the Breen is going to have to come in and go onto those softs like in the next lap or two.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, which I don't think he will actually. I think he's going to try and push these to 30 laps.
Well, Borre's come into the pits now, so 25 lap old mediums. He's come in. Don't know what he's going to be going on. That's released the Breen now to second place.
Yeah, it's a crazy.
Borre's going on to the softs. Yeah, he's gone on to the softs.
So he was 13 or 14 behind Vista, wasn't he? Previously?
Yeah.
Pit stops. I think it's going to be slightly more than that now.
He's around about 13 and a half. He was behind Visser at that time. It's just under 14 seconds to Hartman, so 18 seconds.
18.
So yeah, he's lost a good 5 seconds there. And the Breen now closing right down on Stappers.
5 seconds, that's what the undercut can gain. You're pitting early, getting straight back out there on fresh tyres. The gap that you can make up versus someone on old tyres, no matter how hard they push, is unreal.
It's a hell of a difference. It just goes to show the advantage that you can get with that undercut if you time it right.
Yeah.
So the Breen now is literally sucking in those fumes from Stappers, and they come round 17 into 18. He's not letting up. Stappers is obviously very aware. He's got those red chevrons shining up on his screen, left, right, centre, and he's thinking, right, which way is he going to go? And this is the thing, is you have to then concentrate on what's behind you. You don't really want to. You want to concentrate on what's ahead of you.
Yeah, that's right. And Breen is fully loaded in terms of his DRS, as he always is whenever we go to him and check his telemetry. He's always got full charge, while the person in front of him is sort of using it to stay ahead.
Now this is where he's going to make the move on the exit of 7, down that back straight, that first DRS. And Stappers, a little bit of a power slide out of 7 there. Stappers, not too sure what he's doing. He doesn't know where the Breen is, does he? That's the problem.
Well, yellow flag somewhere, sector 2. That was 4. It's to crash.
I think it's Hans van der Berg. It is Hans van der Berg.
Van der Berg is retired. I thought Van der Berg retired earlier.
Did he retire earlier? Sorry, I missed that. Oh yes, he did. Of course he did. Sorry. Yeah, he did. You're right. John Dog was bringing up the rear. Sorry, my mistake. Coming round 14 now. The Breen's he's keeping it respectable, isn't he? He's thinking, right, and I'm there, I've got the DRS, let's not get silly now. Closes him right down round 17 though. Round 18, he is now riding his tails, he's getting ready. I think he's going to try and make the move on that start-finish straight, to turn 1.
He may do, or he might just be thinking and putting the pressure on, because that in itself is a strategy. The fact that you're just there is really 4x actually.
It was, but he's a lot closer than on the previous lap now to Stappers, and I think he's going to be able to challenge him much better now on that back straight out of 7 as they're coming round turn 3 into 4 down into 5. Now watch him close right down now as they get into 7.
He's looking for the overtake here.
Yeah, look at that. He's got it down to a T there. Good exit. Good Stappers got an exit out of 7 as well.
Brilliant exit, actually. Yeah.
Absolutely superb exit out of 7. That has potentially, I think you're right, saved him there. He's taking the left-hand side as he would do into turn 8, making his car as wide as possible, so De Bruyne doesn't have the opportunity. And that was again a great move from Stappers. Real awareness of the track and what's around him there.
Yeah, really, yeah. I've watched Stappers, a lot. Obviously been there for a lot longer than I have, and this is again it's quite a different Staffers. He seems just that much more confident in this track,
and so much smoother as well, isn't he? He's just really knows where he is, knows where he wants to put the car, and De Bruyne's having a bit of a challenge here. I think De Bruyne was hoping that he could have taken him on this lap, and he's now sitting there scratching his head thinking, this guy is not so straightforward.
I know De Bruyne has a habit of...
but Stappers is in.
Stappers in the pit.
Stappers comes into the pit. He's released De Bruyne now.
I think Stappers will be proud of that. I think he won that.
Sorry, mate, but Visser is literally on the tails of De Bruyne here.
The what?
Literally, look at this. He's right on there. I think De Bruyne was so... We were both concentrating there on the De Bruyne Stappers that we missed Visser. Closing right down. Look at this. Oh, he is all over him like a bad nappy rash.
Well, not a good exit, actually.
Not a great exit.
Get away with that.
But I think he's going to get away with it. Look at this. He's really closing down now. On that Renault, takes the inside line, makes the move, and that's that.
Look easy.
Look at that. Well, Visser reassumes that P1 position for the closing 14 laps now. But De Bruyne, let's be fair, he's on 17 lap old mediums. Visser is on 6 lap old mediums, so
that's true. But you'd thought that, judging by that move, you would have thought that De Bruyne was on hard tyres and Visser was on brand new softs.
Yeah, that is true. So
he made it look easy, didn't he?
He did, but look at it. He's already 1.5 seconds down the road to De Bruyne.
Yeah, that's impressive.
That is impressive. So Visser timed that beautifully to get that move done, and I think De Bruyne just really wasn't aware, nor were we, how close he actually was.
No.
So fantastic move there from Visser. But I've got to say, Visser, absolutely solid drive in this season 5. This is undoubtedly, one of his best seasons. But he has had some awful luck.
He has. I don't know whenever we talk about this stuff, I always refer back to the very first race I commentated on for tonight. Was Hungary in season 4, where he was leading the race, pitted about lap, whatever it was, 42 of 56, and pitted from the lead and must have put a big ball in the way.
Yeah,
which I've never seen before.
That was pretty. Yeah, I would say it's hilarious, but it was. I've got to be honest. It was highly amusing.
It just there's like access denied.
Yeah, you're not coming in. Yeah, that was quite a weird one. It was Hungary, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then just moments later, Harman took the lead and his cat jumped on his steering wheel and ruined his race.
Yeah, and that was it. That was it done. Now, I'm looking here, obviously De Bruyne is losing time hand over fist to Visser, but Paul Poiret, 15 seconds behind De Bruyne, and I'm sure he is eating into that gap. It was 19, was it 19? No, he's maintained it. No, the gap is maintained about the same. It has maintained, isn't it? Yeah, it has maintained. So I thought he was actually starting to bite into it, but he's not. But again, he's looking for a solid P3 though.
He is. I think that's. I think that P3 might be under a little bit of pressure. Oh no, Hermes is gone. Sorry, Hermes is retired.
see if we can see where Zander Hermans has gone out on board with John Donkin. Comes around turn 8. Let's go ahead to Pullen, because he hasn't come up to Hermans yet. Round 14. I think that may have been on turn 17. Zander Hermans went out.
Yeah, likely. In places Van der Berg.
Yeah, must have been. Oh no, Green.
A bit further. Oh, that's unusual. Turn 20.
I think that was actually exit. Yeah, turn between turn 19 and 20. So Zander Hermans has gone out. Great shame. Great shame. Because I'm sure he didn't want to finish the season that way.
No, not after doing 43 laps of this horrible track.
You really don't like it, do you? But yeah, I mean, great shame to see Hermans go out. And you know, again, he's put in a fantastic season, Zander Hermans, compared to season 4. He was so green, but he's really come to life in this season 5. And I expect so much from him in season 6. You know, I hope I'm not exceeding those expectations or, you know, applying unnecessary pressure, but I think we're really going to see him certainly up there in the top 5, I would think, actually.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I said earlier on, he will win races. I'm convinced of that. I think he'll get at least one win next season.
Well, it's on the closing stage. You've got 11 laps remaining. I just want to quickly draw attention to the field as it was for the start of this race and quickly go through the guides. Obviously, it is the final race of this season 5. Jamie Collane came in, about 3/4 of the way through the season, wasn't it? I think, or just over halfway, wasn't it?
It was Monaco. Monaco was his debut.
Right, so
6.
Yeah, 6. So yeah, he came in sort of in the first third, effectively. He's missed a few races, unfortunately. I think he's found it tough, though, hasn't he? That transition from half distance to full distance.
Yeah, a little bit. Although the races where he has gone full distance, like Russia, for example, a fantastic race there. Unfortunate to get. I think he was disqualified actually at the end of that incident. But I think the races where he's gone distance, he's done really well. This race, I know he did put in a lot of practice. He was telling me actually before the race. I don't know, he just got tangled up in something in the first few corners, and that was all his practice down the train. I'm certain that wasn't his intention, but
no,
unfortunately,
but it's just the way it pans out. I mean, it happens ultimately at the end of the day, but I certainly expect to see a lot more of him come season 6. That's for sure.
Oh yeah. I mean, he's one of my favourite drivers, not just in F1 tonight, but in Xfinity as well. And he's a decent guy and decent driver, and I'm expecting him to score points at least in the upcoming season, maybe a couple of podiums even. Particularly at Russia, he seems to really like Russia for some reason. Again, that's a track that I'm not a fan of, but
yeah, I must admit I'm not a huge fan, but I can understand why people do like it. Then we got Peter Phillips for Toro Rosso, and a fantastic season. I've got to say, for Peter Phillips, I think he's done really well this season.
Yeah, both the Toro Rosso guys improved massively over last season. But Peter Phillips earned a couple of stuff, earned himself a couple of driver of the day this season.
Yeah, he
Phillips.
has.
And he's got at least one.
And he's in the middle of the field, so he's sitting P11 in the Drivers' Championship for Season 5. Marcel Dronig, obviously formerly Haas, finishing the season off with McLaren, finishing 5th. I mean, great result for him. Fantastic season for Dronig. Season 4, not the best. He seemed to be the guy that did the most pit stops. But then when he did the stints, he could do some fast stints. He seems to have got that under control, and it's really come alive for him in this season 5, hasn't it?
Yeah. Again, Droning's one of those sort of experienced drivers that still manages to sort of improve. He learns from his mistakes.
Yeah, definitely. He has done well there, and he's going to be finishing 5th in the Driver Championship. Guido Urshan for Racing Point, he'll finish 7th in the championship. hasn't been a great season for him. He's had some pretty duff runs and some pretty bad luck. But that said, finishing P7, it shows that he does put in some solid races. He may not be up there on the podium, but he's always bringing the points home.
That's right, yeah, he does have sort of points. As you said, you alluded to the sort of poor sort of run of form. Both Force India drivers actually, sort of earlier on in the season, they went through a stage of about something like 8 races without scoring.
Yeah.
Like either driver. Which is really sort of out of character for both of those actually, Marco and Guido Hirschman. But what position did he finish overall? Actually?
P7 in the championship.
Yeah. So that goes to show. So even despite going so long without points, it's still still a solid 7th place.
Yeah. So I mean, consistency. That illustrates to me. Then we've got Hans van der Berg for Williams. Rookie season for Hans van der Berg, but a great season. And started off the season very, very well. Had a few contentious issues. Missed out on a few races. Came back and shone through. And he's finishing 6th in the championship. Very, very respectable. And again, I think it's just going to show what he can deliver for season 6. This is going to be a guy to watch for season 6.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, another one who will get wins. Hands down. Hands down. Yeah, but I didn't mean to count.
No pun intended, Hans. No pun intended.
It genuinely wasn't. But he's not a driver that's impressed me. Right from his debut, actually, I know I often say he gives 100% all the time, which doesn't always work in 100% distance races. No, but he is maturing as a driver, and he's just adjusting himself for these longer races, and it's paying off.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's done a great season, and I'm sure season 6 is going to be even more so. Zander Hermans, obviously, we've already touched on. We spoke at length about Zander and how he's done in season 4, and how he's improved in season 5. And I think we both agree that we are going to see a lot more of him in season 6.
Yeah, absolutely. I think where are these 6th place in the championship this season? I think he'll certainly improve on that top 4.
Well, yeah, I would expect so. I mean, he's finished actually P8. He tied with Guido Hirschman. Obviously, he was in 7 at this moment in time. But yeah, a fantastic season for him, without any doubt. And I'm sure, because he suffered big time in the qualifications, was a little bit hesitant in the racing, but that's gone this season. He's doing smashing the qualifications, and really, he's got a lot more cojones now when it comes to the racing.
Yeah, it's amazing how much more confidence he's actually got compared to sort of on his debut, and indeed this race last season. He used to wasn't quite sure about himself or about the opening and making overtakes. So it's a completely different driver now.
Absolutely. Then we come to John Donkel. He's currently running P7 in this final Abu Dhabi race. Not his race, this one. I think we can basically be pretty sort of pretty agreed on that one.
Yeah, I mean, drivers have favourite circuits, and they have ones that they really don't like. But just for a positive for John, he did win at Spain. He completely dominated that race, actually. Fighting with, he was defending against Damien Hartman, who was on the softer tyres, actually, and he was on some really old mediums.
Yeah, and it was amazing. It was fantastic. He was really holding off and still putting down the times as well.
That's right, and he did the same with Silverstone as well. He managed to, I can't really finish at Silverstone, but he just managed to fight off people with really, really old and harder tyres. I don't know how he does that. Yeah, he can do it on some tracks, but it's just not this one.
Man, it's been a fantastic season. He's going to finish P4. He won't be able to, unfortunately, pip that P3 in the Drivers' Championship from Nicky Visser. But he's done fantastically well this season compared to the previous season. Really come alive, and again, let's see if he, let's hope he can carry it through to season 6. Because if he does, it's. I mean, we've got a fantastic amount of quality drivers there, and John Dunkel was just another one to add to the list.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can't win the constructors' championship by yourself, and I wouldn't even put John down as a number 2 driver. He's for me, he's on equal terms with Baz.
Yeah,
different
styles, but comparable, certainly from a quality driver point of view. Then we have Marco Pullen. He's currently P6 in that Racing Point. Again, well, Marco's going to be finishing, where are we, 13th. Not a true reflection of his capability, but he's a little bit sort of black and white, Marco. It's either blinding or it's awful, and there doesn't seem to be much in between.
Yeah, that's a really good. It's actually his style. That's one way to sum it up. He's had good races and he's had terrible races, but I just say absolutely nothing in between. P6 is good for him here.
Definitely.
I think that might be his highest finish. Oh no, actually,
no.
I'm sure
no, he has finished higher than that.
Japan.
Yeah.
Was it Japan?
No, I can't remember if it was Japan, but he has definitely finished higher than that.
Sorry,
yeah, Guido was the one that finished well in Japan. But yeah, I mean, a great run. Let's see how he does next season. Again, I would expect a lot from him. If he can just get that consistency, that's what he needs, isn't it, Pullen? He just needs to get consistency into his, his kit bag, basically. And if he can get consistency into his kit bag, he will perform amazingly well, I think.
Yeah, that's right. And also, you have to try and ignore previous failures to previous DNFs and just concentrate on the race at hand.
Yeah, exactly. What's behind is gone, and what's ahead is to come, and that's it, basically.
Yeah.
So let's now go to Damie Harmon. As we cut to him, he's just span off the track. So not quite what he wanted to do. That was on turn 20. He's just literally spun right off the track.
And look what size he's on. He's on the hard tyre.
He's on the hard tyre. Yeah. Sorry. I thought that was actually early on, but that was actually around turn 15 he spun off. So a bit of miscalculation there from me. So turn 15 is where he spun off at the end of sector 3 there. Well, he doesn't matter really. He's the champion for season 5, and what a season it has been for him.
Yeah, he can just pretend he was doing celebratory donuts.
That's exactly. Yeah. But fantastic race. Fantastic championship. Not a fantastic race. He's done well, but Damie Hartman, race champion for season 5. He's going to be looking to defend that now for season 6, isn't he?
Yep. Yeah, that's it. He's the target man. Got a lot of respect for Damie Hartman. He's just one of those drivers that I think would intimidate me if I was on track with him. I wouldn't want him behind me for too long. No. There's a few drivers like that, Baz as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Can't be in front of him for too long.
I think Damie's going to be a multiple champion. I can see it. I think this season's going to give him. I don't think he's necessarily the championship win that he was looking for, and on that basis, I think he's going to be looking to really set his mark in season 6 and say, right, okay, I'm going to seal the deal and show now that I am worth and worthy of that championship.
Yeah, that's right.
So a lot to be seen from him in season 6. Mark Stappers in the Alfa Romeo, currently P4. Well, great race for him, I've got to say. It's probably one of his best races that I've actually seen. And
definitely.
He's done well this season. Ultimately, at the end of the day,
Hartman's
middle of the field, P10. Hartman's gone out. Yeah, Hartman's crashed out.
Yeah.
That was again round 15.
No grip. That was, yeah.
Yeah, again round 15.
Just horrible.
So Hartman has gone out round 15, where he went off track previously. But coming back to Stappers, I mean, he's finishing right in the middle of the field, P10. Improvement, I believe, from season 4. He's definitely got the capability. He just, I'm trying to think where he's actually falling down at this moment in time, and I find it difficult because he is a good quality driver. Is it just been that, you know, the luck hasn't just gone his way this season? What is it?
Yeah, it's partly luck and partly to early on was his race starts. Although his race start here was really good and look at the position he's in. He was actually P3, the Green did pass him just a few laps to go actually, just while we were talking.
Yeah.
Sorry, just go back to the action for just one moment, because De Bruyne is looking
He is, sorry, De Bruyne is closing right down on Paul Poiret.
3.5 laps to go. He's got plenty of ERS as well. I know we'll come back to the drivers in a moment. But,
yeah, definitely. But
yeah.
De Bruyne, as you rightly say, out 7, right on the tail of Paul Poiret, currently P2. And Poiret moving aside there. I don't even think he's going to bother, really, is he? There's not much point, is there?
Really, no, I don't think Poiret was expecting to overtake that. De Bruyne's got a bit deep.
Deep out of 8 to 9 there. Poiret nearly going into the back of him. I think Poiret will be just pleased to get that podium. But that said, he's got Stappers closing down on the back.
Oh, yeah.
Stappers is only 1.1 seconds off the back of him now.
Stappers has actually had a really good stint this final stint. It was 9 seconds behind Poiret at the just as he come out the pit, and he's now less than a second behind him. So yeah, good stuff from Stappers.
Stappers is potentially looking at a podium finish if he can get past Poiret, and that's his target now, isn't it? That's what he needs to aim for. I'm sure Poiret is more than aware that he's got Stappers on his tail. It's going to be a tough old fight. I mean, they're relatively equal on tyres, both on the softs. Poiret on 14-lap-old softs and Stappers on 11, 12 obviously, and 15 respectively. But yeah, this could be a very interesting finish to the race. So Visser will pick up first. Daz De Bruyne is certainly looking at solid second. Paul Poiret is currently P3 for the podium, but he's under a lot of pressure from Stappers here.
Yeah, I think Stappers has got it in him to make this through. I think he wants to finish on the high. He's already finishing on the high. Fourth place, I think that's his best result. I think he's
yes, it is. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it is.
Going for it?
He is going for it. Does he make it stick? Round 8 into 9. Oh, and he goes sideways out of 9. Poiret is right alongside him. Stays ahead of him. But Poiret's going to make that move now. Oh my God. The game's just frozen.
Like joking. Oh no, Strapper's fourth. What was that, penalties? Oh damn.
Can't get in.
Alright. Yeah, it's probably because the race is over.
Right,
It
so
probably won't let you in.
unfortunately, everybody, we're going to have to swap over a little bit. So let me just adjust a few things here, and I'll get Adrian to give us the standings as they were. So, Adrian, we are just cutting now to a map of the track. You're going to have to, unfortunately, give us the finishing results there.
Yeah, no problem. Be my pleasure. So Visser, yeah, led from pole position, and and he's managed to get his second win of the season. Oh no, it's cut up for me. Hold on. I'll tell you the rest when it pops up. De Bruyne was second though. De Bruyne was second. That's yeah, ballsy move actually. Come all the way back after that failed strategy. But no, it seemed to work. Stappers was not third in the end. He crossed the line third, but he's ended up fourth because Correa actually made it into P3. That was down to penalties. As I said, Stappers fourth. Who was fifth? I'll tell you in a moment. Because I've got a black screen. But Marco Pullen. Marco Pullen was fifth.
So Marco Pullen finishes fifth. Fantastic run there for Marco. I'm just going to actually switch back to this now so we know where we are. And just on the loading screen here, unfortunately, but we're going to go through, obviously we've got the final results there. It does mean that Nicky Visser does take third in the championship now for season 5. So fantastic result there for Mercedes and for Nicky Visser. So Damien Hartman finished the championship as the winner for season 5. Baz Lebreen was second and Nicky Visser third. So that concludes, very dramatically, I have to say, the end of season 5. And apologies for those of you watching there. Obviously, I cut out. I don't know what happened. Major glitch, froze. The Xbox froze and then shut down. So I'm not too sure what happened there. But still, that is the way it goes. It looks like a new Xbox may be on order, I think. I have to be. But season 5, I mean, it has been a fantastic season overall, hasn't it, Adrian? It's got to be said.
Yeah, it's brilliant. It's been brilliant. Yeah, this is the first full season I've commentated on now. I missed a race, so I'm really gutted I did have to miss that one. But yeah, no, it's been an exciting season, and may many more come in the future.
Absolutely, couldn't agree more. And obviously, we are now looking to that future, and well, we're going to have to see. Obviously, we've got season 6 starting. We mentioned earlier on that season 6 is going to now have 2 leagues. So we're going to have the F1 Tonight Dutch League, the Premier League if you like, and then we have the F1 Tonight UK League, and that's going to be starting in September. So first race, Australia will actually, no, sorry, it's not September, it's the 26th of August. I do apologise, I've got it here.
No, that's for the F1 Tonight Dutch League. It's the 26th,
right.
And then the first race of the UK League is the 3rd.
Yeah. So that will be Tuesday, the 3rd of September. The opening race for F1 Tonight NL will be on the 26th of August. So that's
actually it's the 28th. 26th is not a Thursday. I think
it's the 28th. Oh, I'm looking at their calendar and they put it wrong. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's what I say. I was looking at that. It seems a bit of a gap. But anyway, also F1 Tonight NL, first race, Australia, will be on the 28th, Thursday, the 28th of August. That's starting 7:30 UK time, 8:30 Central European time. And then on the 3rd of September will be the opening race for season 1 of Fotuk, as I will refer to it, although I might change that. Fotuk. F1 Tonight UK. So FOT UK Fotuk.
That sounds like what I say when I hit a wall.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? It sounds like I say that quite often actually during the course of the day. But anyway, we'll see whether that sticks or not. We're open to suggestions on that one. That will start on the 3rd of September. So the two divisions effectively will be running side by side. NL Dutch League will be starting obviously the season off, so there'll be a race ahead, and then that will all be a little bit rejigged around about the Christmas, well, around about November time, and then obviously into Christmas and New Year as well. So remember, Tuesday night 7:30 will be F1 Tonight UK, and at 8:30 Central European time, and on a Thursday night will be F1 Tonight NL. Again, 7:30 as UK time, 8:30 Central European time, and I've got to say, I'm really excited. Two divisions, two different nationalities and countries racing. It's really going to mix it up and really going to be very entertaining for the F1 Tonight brand.
Yeah, brilliant. It's such exciting stuff. I've been waiting for this UK version for a long time. It'd just be good to do 100% races with decent drivers.
Definitely, it's going to be fantastic. Very much look forward to that. Adrian will not be joining me in the commentary box for the UK Championships. Why is that, Adrian?
As you may have guessed, is because I'm actually participating as a driver. And,
that is exactly.
I'm a driver first, commentator second.
So he will be driving in the F1 Tonight UK. He won't be commentating, so make sure you watch that. He will be joining me on Thursday nights. So we've got a break now of around about 4 weeks. So do enjoy the break. I will, I think, be getting behind the wheel in these next 4 weeks and see how I perform on that, and that's going to be interesting. And we
take that as a warning, everyone.
Yeah, it is a bit of a warning. So we hope you enjoy your summer holidays. Have a wonderful time. We will be back on the 28th of August for F1 Tonight NL, and on the 3rd of September for the opening season first race of F1 Tonight UK. Make sure you join us then. We hope you've enjoyed season 5. Apologies for this broadcast's dramatic end, but I think that, to be brutally honest, sums up season 5 for F1 Tonight. And we look forward to seeing you next season. Have a great holiday. From me, it's goodbye and
goodbye from me. See you in August.
So look forward to it. We'll see you then. Thanks very much.